What is going on, guys? Bad. I knew that was going to happen. You can always tell when he's hulking up with a vape over there.
It wasn't that much though.
Actually, it wasn't. And whatever that is smells pretty good, so I can take that. That's fine. Balor Fan 85 back with another belt review with the man of 1,000 vapes.
You
1,001 vapes now. There's armbar. There's vape. There's armbar. There's taking a hit. There's armbar. That's about it. Anyways,
little Jericho plug.
Yeah, vape it in, man. Anyways, we're back. The last video we did was the first boot between the two of us that we got, and you got another one, and you were talking about it in the video.
I do.
So do you want to get started and kind of go into the spiel on why you got it?
Yeah. Well, this one's a little different. The last one we did was a bootleg version of the IWGP Heavyweight title, and I mean, you got names like AJ, you got Kenny Omega, who's probably the best person never to wrestle for WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, he's better than most people in WWE, but sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
That's the next one. Kenny Omega's the cleaner. You're gonna be the vapor.
Kenny Omega, AJ, you got Okada, you've got Shinsuke. I mean, just
who's who? Phenomenal
wrestlers. The thing I love about IWGP belts is they don't just give them to anybody. You're not going to see your Jinder Mahal as IWGP champion. You're not going to see David Arquette as
Stranger Things have
IWGP champion. Their titles really hold weight, and they really hold good wrestlers before they put a belt on them. The reason I wanted to go and get this one, I'm looking at it now. I'm fairly happy with it, but this is
you should tell your face though.
This is the newest IWGP belt, and already you've got Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, Cody Rhodes, Juice Robinson. I mean, like he said, a who's who of wrestlers. You can take any of those wrestlers, get a 5-star match out of them.
This belt also, what I love about it, this belt reminds me a lot of that classic WCW US title.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yes, I mean, there's a little bit going on, but you have that red, white, and blue right in the middle. That's what I loved about that WCW US title. It was a gold plates, but you had that red, white, and blue.
It was enough red, white, and blue to let you know it's there, but it wasn't sticking Old Glory on a main plate and calling it a U.S. title.
Yeah, and that's what I love about this belt, to be honest. That being said,
we're going to go and get right into it, guys. We have a boot version of the IWGP United States Championship. Now, much like the IWGP Heavyweight title, I got this for wall art. I got a pretty sweet deal on it, and I told myself, you know, even if it comes half decent, just to have in the collection, I mean, for $300 for two belts, I really can't complain much.
I'm going to say this. This is my first pro, and I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I like this strap better than I do the IWGP Heavyweight title. This strap is actually floppier.
Well, there's quite a few things that I like more about that one than this one. Now, once again, we really can't tell you buy or don't buy with these. We're just reviewing some bootlegs, so you kind of know what to expect. I didn't read reviews. I didn't look up the belt maker. I can't tell you who the belt maker was.
Other than we just know it's a Paki boot.
Yeah.
Pakistan boot.
So I love the contrast. Starting from the side plates, you got the blue globe, the silver logo plate, and then you got the gold plate. There's not very much going on, but there's enough contrast there to kind of break up the monotony of it. Coming over here, United States champion, really big on the side plate. You got the flag. Once again, you have the trademark plate. And then you've got like that elegant gold swooshing around it, which I really like. Mm-hmm. And then very minimal rhinestone appeal. You have one here, and that's really about it. You got one here. Coming to the main plate, I do love how anywhere there is lettering on here, there's a black background to make the lettering stand out. The lettering does look a lot sharper. However, with the heavyweight title, it was double stamped. This is not. It's all one plate.
But I do like the fact that you've got dual colors in here, aside from the red, white, blue, the black. This is silver. This is gold. I mean, there's contrast in there.
Oh yeah,
I can actually make out a little bit more on this belt than I can some of the other stuff.
I wish the etching up here in the logo was deeper.
Yeah,
but
right here it looks like a quarter.
It does.
Here. I mean, you can't really. The last one that we reviewed, the IWGP, that was actually a separate. That was a double stack.
Yeah.
This is not, and to me, it kind of hurts the belt.
It does.
I think it does. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. To me, it's a nitpick that I'm nitpicking on. But as far as the plates go now, we don't know. I'm not very familiar with whether or not this is to scale of the actual IWGP US
It did look a little small. I was expecting it to be a little bigger. I think the IWGP title itself, I've never seen it in person, but through press conferences when Cody had it, then when John Moxley had it, and Kenny Omega first won it, it looked a little bigger, just from the area of their body that it covered. And then, I mean, that iconic promo that Cody shot when he won it, I mean, that it looked bigger there, but I really wanted this belt because it really has been held by the who's who of wrestlers. You're not going to find, and that's what I really like. I like looking at a belt and knowing that, hey, this guy held it and I really liked him. This guy held it and I really liked him. I can honestly say 100% to this date, the day of June 17th, 2019, every person that has held this belt, I love watching. And that's why I wanted it. I rolled the dice, $300 on 2 belts. And like we said in the last video, there's things that could have been done differently, things that could have been done better. But this belt, I do feel better about than the heavyweight.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you want to be nitpicky, if you look, I mean, there's some shoddy work on the plates right here. Just if you're nitpicking, if you're looking at it from a distance, like you're going to be doing, you're going to have it on the wall.
Yeah.
Not really anything. It's not that bad of a belt. Now,
this does have a better snap box,
but it is still stamped.
The heavyweight.
It's not. This isn't hand tooled like you get on a, somebody actually with the chisel and the hammer put those in there. It's a stamp.
I purposely, when I got the heavyweight title first, and I just snapped it together and then unsnapped it, and 3 of the snaps fell out. I purposely snapped this together and ripped it off as hard as I could to see if any of these were going to fall out, and they didn't. So maybe I just got the short end of the stick with that one with the heavyweight title. But this kind of suggests to me that stuff happens. Yeah. Maybe I got that one that just slipped through the cracks, didn't get enough attention, whatever. But I'm really happy with this one.
Now, for the people who think, oh, you guys are just giving these bootlegs too much of the benefit of the doubt, again, it's what you put into it. If you feel like you put the money, the product you got is worth the money, that's all that matters. I mean,
the only person that can really tell you the belt is worth it or not is yourself. Because I could sit here and say, oh, perfect example. Okay, I want the rated R spinner. And you're not going to find one less than $800. Now, a lot of people say, that's too much for just one belt. To me, it's not. I really want that belt. And if it's done right, I found one that was like $700, but the guy said there was about 10 stones missing and stuff like that. And I don't want that. If I can find one that looks good, I'd pay $800 for it. Because I really want that belt. We all have that one belt that is our holy grail. That is our must have, and if you're anything like me, nobody's going to tell you that's too much.
Yeah, I mean, it really is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah. Now I will go and say that the stars, I'm really happy with these. They're really sharp. The coloring goes all the way to the silver border. The stars are done really nicely. The lettering is done really nicely. I'm very happy with that. This is one of the instances where I feel like if it was double stamped, it would be too much. I'm glad it's not. I wish this was the only double stamp. That's the only one I would want on this belt. Now, going into the flaws, because there are some, like I said, smaller than I wanted it to be. And right here in the white stripe, you have some chipping in the paint. And then in the red stripe, you have a chip in the paint. But I tell you what, and this is just me trying to justify it to myself. If you go back and look when Jon Moxley won the belt and he threw it over his title, or threw it over his shoulder, the exact same spot on his belt, there's a chip in the paint.
Okay.
So, not too upset with that one. I mean, that's just how I justify it to myself. But yeah, if you look at it, there's a chip in the paint in the belt the actual belt. And yeah, it's just an easy way for me to justify it to myself.
Now, one thing while you're working on that, one thing, this belt has more of a curve than the IWGP Heavyweight title. Get it right here. You can see, I mean, it's not much of a curve. And this is a 2mm plate, so you can probably just take it over your knee and bend it if you wanted to.
Probably.
I don't think I've ever want to do that. 2mm I feel more comfortable with. The 4 and 5mm, I don't think I'd ever do that because I'd be afraid of cracking the plates. The strap is actually, again, nice and floppy. I mean, you can kind of go anywhere. I'm going to leave your end of the sentence over there so you can knock that out.
But it's talk for a little bit. I'm trying to find a photo I took.
But as far as whether or not it's worth putting on the wall, I think it's worth putting on the wall. I can see it going in a shadow box.
It's definitely not the one that you want to be handled a lot.
And it's the same as the IWGP. You have the backing back here. They did actually do a good job putting the backing back here on there. I don't see anywhere where it looks like it's coming apart or anything, so that's good. The leather, I'm not sure what quality of the leather, what cut of leather they got, but it's not a bad leather. This smells more like fresh leather than the IWGP World Heavyweight title. I can still smell the leather on this.
The strap is probably my favorite part of the belt.
They did a pretty good job painting the strap or coloring the strap. Not too bad. Like I said, the gripes I have, it's not like the IWGP World title where those snaps are glaringly
wrong.
That's a terrible job, terrible quality. On what's actually not a bad belt. This right here, it could be a little thicker. But for $150, I think you came out pretty good. Yeah,
I apologize. I took a picture when Jon Moxley won the belt and sent it to my wife, and she's a huge fan of him. And I was like, this is why I wanted the belt. And I was going to show you in that picture where his was chipped, same place mine is. But anyway, the final gripe I have about this, I'm glad it has the gold tip, but you can see it right here. It is not shaped to the belt. The leather is actually higher than the plate. You can tell it's just thrown on there with very minimal care. Another thing is it is not encasing the end of the belt. It's literally just stamped on the front. So with all these things considered, like I said, it's wall art. It's not anything that I'm going to say, oh, I've got this, you got to come check it out. No, I wouldn't do that. But I mean, we do it to each other because, we tell each other everything, our deepest, darkest secrets.
Yeah.
But,
by the way, you really need to go get that checked.
Yeah. Did that rash ever clear up?
Yeah. Use that cream you gave me and it worked fine.
Okay. Yeah. It was your Christmas present.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It looked like it had been used.
Anyway.
The seal was broken.
Like I said, this is going to be wall art for me, just a conversation piece. And at $150, I'm not really going to complain too much. When you go outside of the belt, of the authentic belts, you're really rolling the dice on what you're going to get.
Unless you go shop, unless you go Wrestling Superstore, AJS belts, Fandu, you don't really know what quality you're going to get. A lot of people in these bootleggers also, they take photos from fans who have those belts. Yeah. They post them and use them as their own work. And that, it's just terrible. I'd say you got fairly lucky, especially with this one, the IWGP, the world title.
It's like I said in the previous video, the IWGP World Heavyweight title, I wouldn't call it a home run. I'd call it a second base hit. This one, I'm feeling a third base hit on this.
Yeah, I can see that.
I definitely hold it higher than the heavyweight, There are a lot more detail in here that's cleaner. The snap box is made better. The contrast on the plates is better. I just wish that gold tip was done better. But really, I paid a really good price. But if you want to start talking about really good prices on belts and how to really steal a belt, you got to talk about TNT belt trading.
Yeah, and I think eventually, Tony, you're going to have to start paying us for this because,
by the way,
maybe you already have something with him that I don't know about.
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, if you guys haven't checked it out by now, TNT belt trading, guy named Tony Tussey. He raffles off belts based on the Powerball Lotto. I mean, it's as fair could be. And to give you an example on how fair it is, I've never won one. You've only won once.
Actually, I didn't. Miss Balor fan 85.
Okay. Well, I'll put it to you this way. The last 2 drawings that we entered, he missed it by 1, and then I missed it by 1. We don't get paid to say it. He doesn't throw us a free belt, but it's definitely a lot of fun.
I wouldn't complain.
It's definitely a lot of fun to be a part of. His raffle tickets normally end up $16 to $20 per slot, 26 slots. You can buy as many slots as you want. Because I even made the comment to him, hey, I'm just going to buy every slot. He said, well, you're guaranteed to win. Yeah. So you can buy as many slots as you want. And it's definitely something worth checking out. Also, Brothers of the Belt on Facebook and Wrestling Memorabilia Club. Pretty much answer any belt question you have. Yeah. Those are 3. You're going to get a lot of fake Facebook clubs and fake people just trying to rip you off or scam you. Hey, we trade belts. Send us your belt first. That kind of stuff. No, I can't speak for anybody else, but what I can speak for is TNT Belt Trading, Brothers of the Belt, and Wrestling Memorabilia Club.
Tony Tussey, Josh Hammer, Ryan Torzi. 3 of they run, each of those runs one of those groups. 3 of the best guys you'll meet. They have great collections.
And they love talking about belts.
Yeah, and Tony's even got a squirrel. He's got a pet squirrel.
Yeah, he's got a squirrel.
Cool. That's really
Have you seen the stuff that squirrel does?
That squirrel is
Tony, awesome. I need you to comment in the bottom and let us know what your squirrel's name is, because that's pretty impressive.
Dang it. Now the name just slipped me. But yeah. Anyways, I think that's about it, don't you? You got anything else you want to say about it? Other than cheap plugs and, if I come back and you got a belt that you haven't told me about, I'm assuming Tony's giving it to you. So...
No, I think we've covered it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this isn't one of the normal videos we do where we say recommend or don't recommend. This is really just showing you what's to be expected when you go to a bootleg, and maybe if you're on the fence of, hey, should I roll the dice with this or not, maybe this video helps you out a little bit. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, hope you enjoyed it.
Let Kevin be your guinea pig.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe on the bottom. We've gotten to the point where we do these videos just about every Monday.
We're trying to do this more often and put some out there.
We're branching off into other things. We did side plates. I think we got some other cool stuff coming.
I want to bring up some of the plaques, just some of the other merchandise that we've got between the 2 of us.
We're also thinking about making our own page on Facebook where we're going to cover just about everything under the sun. Not taking away anybody from those other 3 pages we said. We're not trying to.
The best thing about Facebook
anything groups, like that.
You can join them all.
Yeah. We've gotten into this system where I think we both enjoy this a lot more than we thought we would. And
I'm actually very surprised that we have some of the people that they keep coming back to our videos and enjoy us.
We have a regular following.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But if we do decide to make that page, we'll definitely let you guys know about it. If you care to follow it. If you don't, fine. If you do, appreciate it. But
I just need you to do one favor for the people that keep watching us. Put our names out there. Share the video. Show it to some of your buddies. Because we love doing this, and we'd love to.
We love reading the comments too. Those get pretty funny.
Yeah.
By the way, my eyebrows are on point.
All right. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe. We've got some more videos to do today, and we will catch you down the road.
See you guys.